All right, a little laggy here, but it's all good. About to be 6 a.m. And I was just going over some things. I figured I might as well record it now. What I was talking about earlier was the subconscious mind, and this is how it goes, man. We, I was talking about the subconscious mind and the desire, and if we have a goal, there is a finish line for the goal, and there's a starting line for the goal. You start here, you finish here, and within the middle is the bridge. And as you cross this bridge, obstacles are going to come in your way that are going to allow you to transcend into the finish line. But in order to transcend these obstacles, your desire has to outweigh everything that the universe is going to throw at you so you can prevail. All right? And this is how it is, man. Desire is very, very important because without desire, desire is everything. Desire is the backbone to literally everything we do. If you possess no desire, you will never achieve it. It's that simple. There has to be a desire there. It's like you have two fighters, right? And one loves what he does. He's very passionate about what he does. He has high desire to become a champion. And then we have somebody else he's real angry, real aggressive, and he's just fighting just to fighting for a paycheck. Now, the guy fighting for a paycheck, he's not going to last against somebody who has desire and passion. You know, that desire and passion will outweigh everything else, and all the money and everything will come after that. But that desire, that passion, that's what's going to allow you to endure all the pain and agony that comes our way in order to grow. And it's really that simple, man. There has to be a desire there. Because the road gets real tough. You're gonna see the bridge is designed to break you down so you can evolve and grow. But that process of breaking you down is a brutal process. And it's not to be overlooked. I think it's a very, very important process that we need to observe and to consciously understand. Because if we're not consciously aware of it, we could just be running around with our heads cut off. Now, with me, I've endured so much over the years that I've been able to learn through my experiences because of my desire. If my desire wasn't great enough, if I didn't have a roaring blaze within myself, I wouldn't have succeeded and I wouldn't have learned all I've learned. I wouldn't have gained all the wisdom I've gained, and I still want to be on this path in life. But it's the desire that keeps me moving, my ambition. And this is what we need in order to be successful. Now, when we talk about the conscious and subconscious mind, we train the mind every day. So when you associate yourself with people who don't have the same dreams or desires or can't even fathom how you think or to live the reality that you want to live, they shackle themselves to a limited thought process. And that limited thought process creates a limited reality for themselves. So when you associate yourselves with people who limit themselves, their limitations are going to spill over into your life and become a part of your being because literally our subconscious mind is consistently recording things on a daily basis. So one of the major things is your environmental influences, the people that are around you that influence you. You know, because our being literally absorbs other beings, our environment, our conversations. So if I'm conversing about celebrities or if I'm conversing about a 9 to 5 or this or that or I'll never obtain this, it's training my mind and my brain to think that way. And once that's burrowed in the subconscious mind, the conscious mind then takes that persona that the subconscious mind just got trained and it helps create that character and you become that limited character. So one of the real important first steps is to castrate yourself from the environment. Anybody that you know that can't dream as big as you or is not willing to endure what you're willing to endure, you're gonna have to castrate them out of your life. It's really that simple. Um, and that's just the law. And I find this is the hardest part for most people is because they're emotionally attached. So it's really hard for them to castrate themselves from the past to move forward. So they stay in that cycle, still trying to persist with their dreams, but they're ignoring one of the first and golden rules to success, which is changing your environment, because we literally absorb our environment. The idea here is to converse with intellectually stimulating thoughts, to surround yourself around people who are successful, people who want to be successful, people who are ambitious, and people who are willing to endure all there is to endure in order to achieve their dreams. These are the kind of people you need to be around. This is what your psyche needs to develop. If you're constantly around people who are always complaining, always negative and depressed, people who don't have any dreams, and on top of that are going to talk about how you can't achieve yours and bring you down, that's not going to aid you in your journey in life, and it's just going to bring you down, weigh you down. So environmental influences are extremely important. It's something to be consciously aware about and to actually change that. Then when we talk about desire has to be there too. It's this kind of stuff talk about, it's for minority of people right now, because not everybody is ready to transcend out of their comfort zone in order to achieve what they want to achieve. It's just like weight training. Every day you have to be disciplined, you have to be patient, you have to be persistent, you have to be in tune with your mind and body. Success is the same way. You have to take your time. You have to be patient. Sure, you can gain success in a short amount of time, but whatever way you found that short amount of time, it won't last. Trust me, because as the person who's climbing the mountain steadily, you may have surpassed him for now, but as he continues to climb, he's gaining more wisdom, more experience, and more knowledge. And what that's ultimately going to do, that's going to fortify his grounds for when he does reach the pinnacle. The idea is not to just obtain the throne, but it's to maintain the throne. And for those who find success in a short duration, they're not going to be able to maintain that throne because they lack the wisdom and knowledge behind it. So someone who has more battle scars, who has more wisdom, is more wise, and he's experienced it all, he has more of a chance of maintaining the throne if he stays consciously aware and if he has the desire to do so. And that's what the point is. A lot of people, they just come in and come out because they don't see themselves worthy of anything more. And it goes way beyond that, way beyond that. I always say, man, humans are fucking dumb. And it's true, we are really dumb. Because a lot of this knowledge that I speak about, I mean, now contemporary day, more and more individuals are starting to catch on. We have, like, on the commercial scene of this stuff, we have stuff called the Secret, which is just a rudimentary introduction to what we actually possess as human beings. It doesn't stop at the secret. It goes much more in depth than that. Trust me. So this knowledge is the knowledge of kings and pharaohs. You see, we have the pyramid of knowledge, okay, and the kings and pharaohs, they're up here at the pinnacle of the knowledge. The bottom of the pyramid is ignorance. So what these kings and pharaohs and all those individuals of the high anarchy do is they use their ignorance against us. It's really that simple. It's like you climb the mountain, and each tier you obtain, there's a cave. And within each cave, there's exotic worlds and wisdom and knowledge and masterful treasures for you to obtain. But in order to get to each cave, you have to go through this cave that will transcend you to this cave, to this cave, to this cave. So if I'm all the way, if I'm all the way at the top of the pyramid, that means I've experienced all the caves. So I consciously already know what these caves have to offer. But if you're still at the bottom, working your way up, you're still in the ignorant stage. So you still don't know what's above in the caves. And that's what knowledge is the one who's experienced the caves, who's learned everything they could learn, a greater understanding of it, and then they just use it against you. It's how it goes, man. But when we talk a little bit about, I'm freestyling it right now, so I want to talk a little bit right now about the brain, about the mind, and how we can actually train the brain and mind. You see, now the subconscious mind, what it does is it trashes things out on a consistent basis, and it only retains things through emotion, through trauma, or things that are weaved into it on a consistent basis, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. And like I said, more than likely we remain ignorant and dumb, so we're doing things subconsciously most of the time, where it's just recording data and storing it in there. So if you're always having your a negative friend that's always around you, his negativity is becoming your negativity, whether you know it or not. And again, that's why it's very important to surround yourself around the right kind of people who want to be successful in life, who are successful, who have stimulating conversations intellectually. These are things that are going to allow you to grow and keep growing. And if you're not growing, you're just remaining stagnant. And, that's not the way of a king or the way of a God. Remember, we're a God. People always argue the fact, oh, Jesus was the Son of God. No, we are all the Son of God, okay? All of us. And religion would tell you that's blasphemy, but what religion does is it castrates you from your truest potential. So by you not claiming yourself, see, we have a God particle within ourselves. We're still human, but we have God within us. And we can use that God particle to our advantage to grow and emerge. But if you're not using it to your advantage, you're just, again, you're remaining ignorant. People think, oh, it's the devil's work. You're gonna tell yourself, God, it's blasphemy, it's this, it's that. It's like it's the same way when people tell you that astrology is the devil's work. It's no, it's the devil's work is him telling you that that's the devil's work because it keeps you in an ignorant state, and anything that keeps you in an ignorant state is not God's work. You know what I mean? Astrology, all these things, they break free from your mind. They allow you to grow and understand and have a deeper thought process of life. So how is that the devil's work if it's giving you an expansion of consciousness? It's not. You know what I'm saying? These people are fools. These people are looking from the outside in. And they're talking to you as if they've experienced it all. And trust me, I've had numerous debates with people in person, and it's a whole messy subject because when it comes down to religion and individuals, I find most of the time these individuals worship out of fear, or they have weakening traits within themselves that they have to find a savior. You see, there is no savior. We are our own saviors. It's that simple. We have the God particle within us. Within us, okay? Religion, what does religion do? We pray and look to the sky. So they have you fooled right there as you're looking for a God outside of yourself. And that's for another subject. I just want to touch up on that. But ultimately, what I was getting at was the brain and creating a neural network of a certain character that you want to create and experience. So let's talk about success, right? We have four diameters of the brain, and each brain is responsible for thinking, for emotion, for feeling. And within these all diameters of the brain, we can literally train each aspect of the brain to create a neural network all around the brain for success. And it's really easy. Quick example would be you take some money out for $100 bill to smell it, so you're creating that sense of smell in the brain. The texture, so you're creating that feeling, you become associated with that feeling, creating those neural networks. Just consistently surrounding yourself around money, around successful people, around what successful people do. Why do you think they say dress for success? Because when you put on a suit, it feels empowering to you, and that in itself is training the brain to conditioning the brain to think in a different way. And that's really what it is, man. It's training the brain through repetition every day. And this is where desire comes into play. If you don't have the desire to do this every day, to discipline yourself and be persistent every day and strike every single day, you're not going to make it. It won't happen. It can't happen without desire. Desire is because there's obstacles in life that are gonna wear you the fuck down. They're gonna break you down. That's what their purpose is to completely break you down. So, oh yeah, you want this? This is what you want in life? Well, you're gonna have to take this first. And if you can't endure it, then you don't really want it. So it's a test because you're not gonna try to go to achieve something. You're not gonna achieve it and be the same person. It's just not. It's not that. People say, "Oh, I'm so real. I'm mad real because I haven't changed in years." That don't make no fucking sense. If anything, that makes you dumb. How real are you that you couldn't change your own self? The point to life is to consistently grow. So if you're remaining real and staying true to yourself, staying true to your environment, you're not growing from that. So you're just remaining ignorant and keeping yourself in that vicious loop of ignorance. So, that's really it, man. I was just freestyling some stuff. It's like I said, man. I was been up real early this morning just thinking about things, and I felt the need to record some stuff. But yeah, man, that's really all I got for you guys today. I'm actually gonna make a more in-depth video on some of the subjects I touched upon, and some other subjects I'm gonna save for later, like religion and whatnot, because it's important subjects. But what I come to find is there's no point in really debating with these kind of people because they're just stuck in their own ways and they want to believe what they believe. Because most of the time they tell me they find righteous passages within their Bible that has saved them, but they're not really saved. They gain a little conscious awareness, and that conscious awareness they think is the bigger picture, but it's not. It goes way beyond that, and it just keeps humans ignorant, and it keeps them shackled to an external source when God is truly within us. So that's really all I got for you guys today, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I shed some light and helped some of you guys out there. Until then, man, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. I'm going to go finish my coffee. That's really all I got for you guys today. Peace.